Hello, this week's little set of licks are taken from the Metallica song Fade to Black, and you have basically an absolute abundance of pentatonic patterns to go through, and it sort of showcases Kirk Hammett's usage of that pentatonic scale, and it fits everything: metal, blues, jazz, pop, fusion, punk, whatever you want. The pentatonic is flipping awesome, and the more you can obtain over different styles as well, so not just blues and rock, the better you'll become as a player. But if you do like these licks and this video, please do consider subscribing to the channel. That was easy enough to say. Hitting the bell button for all the future notifications, and visiting all my socials. Share this video like mad and comment with a thumbs up as well. That would be great. Let's leave you with that and concentrate on those licks coming up now. Oakley doke, so your first one starts with the 10th fret full tone bend on that first string, and I think we're bringing in the Phrygian mode on this one as well. But anyway, so they're based around B minor. Most of these are on that B minor pentatonic shape 1. Starting with the 10th fret full tone bend first string twice. Okay, no vibrato, just straight bend. And then we've got a series of triplets coming up. So for beats 3 and 4 of the first bar, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on that second bar. So that's running through 10, 8, 7 on your first string, back to the 8, back to the 7, going to the 10 on the second string this time, right? So that's your first sort of 2 beats of that triplet section. Then you're into bar 2, starting on the 7th fret on your first string, going to the 10, 8, 10, 8, 7, 8, 7 on the second string. So, okay, then it's 9 on your third string, 7 on the second, and then 9, 7 on the third. So slowly you end up with this. Let's move on to lick number 2 for you. This one's a little bit quicker, right? So we've got the 10 pull off to 7 on the first string. This is just pentatonic coming in now. So 10 pull off to 7, picking the 10 and the 7 on the second string, and then it's going to be 9th fret on your third string, and then 7, 10 pull off to 7 on your second string. So get used to that as a pattern as much as you can. It's actually quite nice on its own. And then the second part, or second half of that bar, so you've got 9, 7, third string, 9 on the fourth, 7 on the third, 9 pull off to 7 on your third, and then 9, 7 on the fourth string. So I'll play it all slowly for you now. It's a relatively straightforward one to understand. It's just putting it into practice. Because of the speed of it, it's going to take a little while to get used to. But anyway, it goes 3, 4, and... And again, these patterns can run all the way through the pentatonic on this, so just do what you can with it. There we go, lick number 3 coming up. Lick number 3, you've got a reoccurring pattern which people seem to enjoy, so make the most of these ones. And it's going to take some sort of, I guess, some stamina to keep it going, for one thing, because it's quite quick. and you will need to work on that pattern and just keeping it stable as you go through as well. So slowly to start with, keeping it even. But you start with, it's one pattern basically of 10, pull off to 7, back to that 7 on the first string. So 10, 7, pull off first, 10 on the second, back to the 7 on the first. And then you have, actually I lied, it's 2 patterns. Then you have a double pull off, so that's 10, 7, 10, 7 first string, back to the 10 on the second string, and then 7 on that first string. And then you kind of repeat that 10, 7, 10, 7 again. Then we're back to that same bar, just repeated. So that's the lick. Let me go through it slowly with you now. It goes 3, 4, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Not much more than that. So let's move on to lick number 4, more triplets. Once again, a nice simple pattern, but if you can get used to these, if you're not used to them already, and try and work them into your own playing, you end up with some really nice pentatonic runs. And they sound impressive, although they are relatively straightforward to play. So let's just work through this one slowly now. So you have a 9, 7 on the third string, and then 9 on your fourth string. Then we kind of invert that round, go to 7 on the third string, and then 9, 7 on the fourth string. Beat 3 is 9, 7, 4, and then 9 on the 5. Beat 4 is 7 on the 4, and then 9, 7 on the 5th. Then you go back to the 9, 7, 5 for beat 1 of the second bar. It's all on the 5th string. Go to the 7, 5 on the same string, 7 on the 6th string, back to the 5 to finish with on the 5th string. Now if you wanted to end that, take it to the octave, use the B there. You could use the 5th fret because you're basically bringing in the flat 3 onto that. But that's a nice lick. It's really simple, and you can obviously go through the whole pentatonics with these, use them over multiple shapes as well. So let's run through that slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So using shape 1 and then shape 5 on the back end of that as well. So that's just pentatonic B minor. On to the final lick, number 5. So this one, it brings in just great use of the natural minor within the pentatonic. So we're adding in this 8th fret into the pentatonic, which would normally use 7 and 10 on that second string. So if you don't already do that, that is one note that you'll see me use a lot in my jams as well, where there'll be a few of those uploaded very shortly. And here we go. So we start with the 7th fret on the D string, going to 9, 2 9s for 2 8th notes on that second beat. So bringing in some much needed vibrato, which we are lacking within these licks this week, but there it is. Then we've got a pull off, 16th note to a 16th note on the second string, and then 9th fret on the third string, going back to the 7 on that second string. So that completes that bar, so that should be alright. And then actually if we go from the 7th fret on that second string, that leads us into bar 2, which is like that. So you start with that 7 just to kind of add that into the run, and then bar 2 starts on the 8th fret on the second string. Use your second finger if you can, and then little finger for the 10th fret on that same string. First finger for the 7 on the first string, back to the second string, same fingers coming back down, so that's 10, little finger, 8, second finger, 7 with your first finger. Then you go into the third string of 9 and 7, so you use finger 3 and finger 1 for that. Okay, I'll play it slow for you now, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There you have it, back to me. We're at the end. Right, so thanks for sticking with it, and hopefully you've learnt some of the patterns or the ways of Kirk Hammett, and you can obtain that, absorb it, and put it into your own playing as well. Please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and visit all the socials as well. Subscribe if you haven't done so, because that's very, very important for the channel. And I shall see you next week for another Lick Friday. Nice one. See you later, everyone.